What's up guys, it's Roger, and today we are playing some more Trials of Osiris on Radiant Cliffs, a map that's pretty good, and today we're going to be using a much more traditional build. Now we'll start over here with the armor and mods like we usually do, and then what I want to say off the bat is that this build isn't going to be coming with the magnificence from the weapons and the armor, but more so our plays and strategies, and some cool spots on this map that I really want to break down as we do get to the gameplay, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and if you do want to see the build and whatnot, here it is. Pretty simply right here, I'm just using an Anthracite Verse as we are in our Blink Warlock. I got some stasis targeting and unflinching, our usual ways of the firepower, our heavy-handed, and our Reaper mod to make our actual Orbs of Power, and then our Absolution and Orbs Restoration mods to use those Orbs of Power, and last but not least our 2 Bomber mods as always. So these are the mods that I almost always run on my PvP loadout, and it's the same thing today. I wanted to go ahead and use a 140 hand cannon and a shotgun. I haven't played the game for over a week. Obviously, if you watch the channel a lot, then you know that I said in my last build video last weekend that I'm going to be out of town on a little vacation, came back, and now today we are playing again. So I wanted to use some pretty traditional and straightforward stuff. So I went with one of my favorite hand cannons in the game, which is the IS Luna. I really love this role for 3v3, especially Trials of Osiris, because it has Outlaw on it that works really well with a slow reload speed gun like this one, and Headstone, so when you do get precision kills on this thing, it's going to trap the enemy's ghost inside of a Headstone crystal, which prevents the enemies from actually being able to res them until they break that crystal. And if they break it while they're near it, they're going to take some damage, get a little slowed, I believe, when the actual crystal explodes. A lot of good stuff, so I love this perk a lot in 3v3 Trials of Osiris. And then when it came to what shotgun I wanted to use, I actually went for my favorite one in the entire game right here. I love lightweight frame shotguns, especially on a map like this where there's a lot of traversal that's going to be happening. You want to get around and flank your enemies and get to very good positions that your enemies are not going to see coming, so you can get the drop on them. And something like this that gives you plus 20 mobility and a 6.25% sprint speed bonus whenever you have it out in your hands is very nice for getting around your enemies before they can even see you coming. Now this does have my favorite perk combination in the game for a shotgun, which is going to be quick draw and snapshot sights, so you can take it out really quickly and then aim down sights really quickly to map your enemies. This has small bore on it and accurized rounds for 57 range stat, which is not bad on a lightweight frame shotgun, and overall it feels pretty good. Void 3.0 is some pretty normal stuff, just a Nova Bomb Vortex right here, Healing Rift, Blink, Pocket Singularity, a lot of good choices here, but we're going to go Pocket Singularity, I think. Axion Bolts are the best on this map in my opinion, but you could also go very well with Scatter Grenades if you wanted to. Now over here I do have on Feed the Void, so we can proc Art of Hour off any ability kills, and then Clarence, or Child of the Old Gods if you want to call him that, but on my channel we call him Clarence. Clarence is my son from the Void. He goes out, he sucks cheeks, he gives you ability energy back, he does damage, he weakens them, he slows them, some pretty good stuff that you can't go wrong with. And then in here in our fragments are the 4 that I always run, which is going to be Echo of Dilation, my favorite fragment in the entire game actually. What this is going to do is let you crouch and get a very in-tuned radar so you can pick apart exactly where your enemies are and know how you want to aggress upon them. After that, we do have the Echo of Persistence. This is going to let the initial proc of Art of Hour go from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Those 5 extra seconds should not be slept on. They can really go a long way in letting you reproc Art of Hour again and go on longer streaks. Down here, we do have Echo of Expulsion. You'll see a couple kills with this the gameplay, and when we do get to them, I'll try to point them out for you. This is going to let a secondary explosion come off of your abilities once they get a kill, which is very nice for enemies that are holding hands to get blown up and die. Finishing this off, we do have Echo of Vigilance, and that says whenever you defeat a target when your shields are depleted, you're going to get a temporary Void Overshield, which of course is very nice to let you get out of an engagement after you almost die, or to keep on fighting enemies with that extra little overshield that you have. In case you are interested in the drip, I know you guys ask sometimes, here it is. Pretty simple stuff. I was going for more of like a Battle Mage type set today, and I think it looks pretty good. Last thing before we do get into the gameplay, I want to say, Blink enthusiasts, go ahead and join the clan if you want to. We're down a few members right now. Some people have left. I kick some people that are inactive every now and again. So we do have like 5 spots open. It's set to open, so if you go to bungie.net or your Destiny 2 mobile app, you will be able to join this just by typing in the name Blink Enthusiast and going ahead and clicking join. But all that being said, I think we're ready to go ahead and get into this gameplay. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you want to leave me a like or subscribe at any point, I'd very much appreciate that even more. And if you want to join my channel membership, then I'd really appreciate that. Now, all that being said, we're ready to get in this gameplay now, I believe. So why don't we go ahead and blink on into it. Starting off with my very first round that I've played in over a week, about 9 days I believe it was, and I had to come back in and I just wanted to return the basics, try to get my shots on point. I like to go in pretty aggressive when I come back to the game after not playing for a bit of a stint, and just try to get my shotgun shots on point especially. So this round let me do all of that. Let me test my abilities back out, make sure I still had the good trajectory on my Axion Bolt, which you saw me throw at the beginning of this round, and then my Clarence went out. I followed that up with a nice blink into a Pocket Singularity and a perfectly placed Shotgun Blast let me finish off the second guy. I looked at my radar immediately after killing those two and saw the last one was down here, so I blinked down and with a very nicely placed hand cannon shot, I was able to finish him off. And that felt really good as my first round back. This first game back here, I got like 16 kills all in all. I had my Nova Bomb really quickly, you'll see after a couple rounds here, because I was just slaying out very well. You can see very nicely placed Axiom Bolt right there, and that's why I recommend something like an Axiom Bolt on a map like this, because there's just so much space that you can really zone people directly where you want them easily with an Axiom Bolt, and a combination of that, and Clarence especially, will get you to have your enemies exactly where you want them and take the fights how you want to take them. Now, when it comes to flags on this map, usually I'm not a big fan of the capture the flag type stuff that they've put into here. It's called Dominion officially in Trials of Osiris. If you watch my channel for a while, you know that I hate that. I hate that people can just stand in a circle and it can somehow be akin to me actually playing well, hitting shots, using abilities correctly, and winning the round by slaying my enemies. It gets cheapened by the fact that Donnie Dogood can just come in and stand in a fucking circle, and that's all good and great, the circle hole, it takes the circle peg, the square peg goes in the square hole. I'm glad he passed kindergarten and can figure that out. However, I wish he would just have to actually shoot me and win the round that way. But that being said, I like the way that the flags play out on this map, because what they do is it actually enables us and forces us to go play certain parts of the map, because if you don't, you're just going to lose that circle holding contest. Now, I've enjoyed some good contests in my life, who can fuck my wife the fastest contest, I usually win that one. Who can eat the pie fastest contest? Great contest right there. Circle standing contests are not my favorite thing to do, especially when I'm fighting 3 enemy titans, and that happens quite a bit. However, when these circles can go to areas of the map, such as this, or especially the outside area where heavy spawns and tree is, it actually makes us use that part of the map. If you remember last time we had Radiant Cliffs, which was last season, I believe it was, there was a glitch spot that everyone was abusing in the middle of the map, and you would really only fight in that middle of the map. Heavy spawn there, and everyone would use that area and the area that I'm standing at right now, and that was really it. And that was kind of frustrating, because you were forced into one certain playstyle. You could use certain 140 hand cannons that had good range stats on them pretty well, but the big meta was 120 hand cannons that weekend, and scout rifles, on top of pulses of course, which are always going to be solid. But that was kind of annoying because you just had to do the same thing every single round. But with this, well, you are actually forced into playing different parts of the map, and that's something that I very much enjoy. Now, depending on where the map was going to be played that round is the different starts that I had. You could see the start that I had to this round, where I blinked straight out of base and went down towards the middle area. If the flag is on the inside here, I prefer to play on the middle part where I'm aiming right now. I like to play around there. However, if I spawn on the other spawn and it's that inside flag, I'll show you that in a few rounds when I have that for you guys, so you can really see that. But when it's something like this, an outside flag in the tree area, you can do so many different things, and this is one of my favorites. You can blink over to where the enemy will stand a lot of the time and really just distract them on radar, which was the biggest thing I was trying to do. When I have the radar ping on me, they're going to be looking towards me, and then the second they look away, I can push back up like this and get a free pick for my teammates, follow back up with my shotgun and take out a second one, looking for the last guy as quickly as I can, and I see him on radar ping near the tree. Now be careful with your shotguns. I do this sometimes. It's one of my bad habits that I try to address, where I kind of overflick with my shotguns. Be careful about that stuff. It happens, but just be aware that's what happened there. But I was still able to clean it up with 2 little booty smack cheeks to him. That right there is a blink pop-up float. If you don't know what that is, I will link the video teaching you how to do a blink pop-up float and a blink pop-up slam on the end screen. It's more of an advanced blink technique that you're going to be using in combat more so when you are mastering your blink, not so much at the beginning, because at the beginning, the basics is what you should be looking at. How far am I going to be blinking onto this enemy? How close am I blinking towards them? How far should I blink past them? Like right here. You need to learn those basic blink things of the ranges to blink towards and around your enemies. But when you get later on, you can learn blink techniques like a blink pop-up float. Do I do one on this round? Yes, I do. You can see me using it here, not so much to hit shots on my enemies, but I could do that pretty well since I do have 55 AE on this weapon combination with my Astrosight Burst. Keep in mind your Astrosight Burst is going to give you plus 30 to your airborne effectiveness. That's very nice. So if you can get a solid weapon that has at least 30, then you can get 60 AE, which is around where you want to be if you want very consistent in-air accuracy. Now, the best thing you can do with these blink pop-up floats, and I do have a few good clips with them I'll show you when we get through this gameplay, is really using it to scope out the entire map there. When you first come into lane right there, you're not going to have the ability to see all the radar pings yet on your enemies because they're too far away. But using that blink pop-up float, you can get an aerial view of the entire map and see exactly where someone might be. And you're going to be at such a weird angle, and mind you, it's not like when you pop a, what is that Dawnblade one, where you're just floating in midair, heat rises. It's not like that. It's not going to pop up on the radar for the enemies and be like, ooh, look, this guy's in the air. No, it's just going to be a regular radar ping. So you don't need to worry about the enemies finding you out like that. What they're going to see is this dude with a grape on his head floating through the frickin' air and saying, hey, what's up, pal? And that's really going to throw people off their guard. Once you can do that, you know exactly where they are, and you can go and continue the round from there. You can also do a blink as you're coming down from the blink pop-up float so that you can get yourself back to the ground faster and obscure your hitbox a little more, as well as the fact that doing so will make it to where you don't take a bunch of impact damage when you fall down to the ground, as well as, when you do hit the ground very hard, you're going to get screen shake, so that will help you not have to deal with that as well. If you are using a sniper, you can do a blink pop-up float into a very nice snipe if you're very quick with your snipes. I would recommend having a good surplus and or snapshot sights sniper if you're going to do something like that, but overall it is a very good technique and very helpful. I guess I can explain it very quickly how to do it in short. Essentially, you're going to be looking for any sort of a ramped object, which is why these staircases are perfect for us, because although if you're disabled in a wheelchair you couldn't go up the staircase, you would need an actual ramp. In Bungie physics, staircases are ramps, so we can use those to our advantage. So what you want to do essentially is just walk up to the staircase. Once you're getting towards the top of it, you're going to take a short hop. That means you just quickly press your jump button. Whether you are on controller or you are using M and K, you will go higher if you hold your jump button, so just give it a quick tap. As soon as you start falling down from that jump, what you're going to do is press your jump button again, and that is going to activate your blink. Of course, you are then going to blink into the staircase, and it is going to jettison yourself into the air very high. Once you get better at it, you will get very, very high with those actual blink pop-up floats, but it's a very fun technique, and on a map like this, you can use it quite well because there are quite a bit of spots on this map that have good staircases that you can use with that. This is an area that I would highly recommend you guys go to when you play Tree, which is literally on Tree. Like, go in there, suck that tree sap out, and you can have a lot of fun times. You can see we literally control this entire round because I was able to get on the side of these guys, throw Clarence up there, get an Axion Bolt out there, take some nice shots, and just distract them while my teammates take them out from the side. That's just going to give us a lot of lockdown on the map, and if it comes to a point where my teammates dies and we need to actually capture the flag and or use it as a bait, well, I'm already there, and the enemies can't push it as well when I'm standing there, can they? If you see the area that I'm at in the back of the map right now, I like to be an absolute little hermit in that cave, okay? I'm setting up there like I want a flat screen TV, motherfucker, and it is Black Friday, okay? I'm camping out there for 3 days, ignoring the Christmas turkey, Thanksgiving turkey, I know my holidays, just, it doesn't matter. Oh, wait. Pointing out this play really quick. I use my blink pop-up float so I can get an aerial view of the map, see that guy is over there, and smack a beautiful Nova Bomb straight into his pussy. That's boy pussy if you didn't know. And he just gets absolutely wrecked. That sets us up to win the entire rest of the round. Of course, my teammate gets donked, and then he kills that second one. I'm like, okay, we can just team shot this last guy. No, he comes up and like pops the Thunder Crash, and then I die in a trade with him because he has conditional finality, which is a completely balanced shotgun and should definitely be in the game. And then my teammate rested by their teammate, and then they just pop a bubble and they stand in the circle instead of helping me fight, which is like, whatever. We won the round, so, but that was boring, so I'm not going to show you the rest of that. What was I talking about before? Yeah, the back of the map on that other side of the area, on the inside of the map, use that back hallway. People don't really expect it, and you get a very good angle, especially if you put a rift on the corner of that area. Very nice spot to play from. I love playing from there, and that's been one of my go-to spots. Like I said, set out there like you are a little freak on Black Friday, and just not move at all. Now, I had some good blinks to get out of trouble here. Remember, you don't actually need to jump to blink. As long as you are falling off of an object, you're gonna be able to blink. So if you do like I did right there and you run off of the little ledge of tree, well, as soon as you're falling off that ledge, you're in midair and you can just press your spacebar or your jump key and just use a little blink there. Now, my teammates started falling apart and I was just like, seriously, I had to show this round off literally just because I got some good kills here. I used my blink well, especially on the second guy as he was heat rises going away from me. I knew I could just blink behind him and take him out really easily, and that's what I did. Unfortunately, the last guy was able to get me because, stinky game. But I was just like, where are my teammates there? I was distracting the entire round. I was doing good damage. They never got a pick, and then they both fall apart in the same area. stuff like that just blows my mind sometimes. Same thing here, I get a good flank. I love using my blink to get around the enemies like this at the beginning of a round, and then I noticed, oh, my teammate's here. Great. Well, it actually wasn't too bad, because he helped me out with some good team shots here, and we were able to take out the entire enemy team. But a lot of times when I see people follow me on these deep flanks that I'm doing, it really throws me off and pisses me off. Because I want to use my blink to get the good flank so I can assist my teammates, not to have them ride my nutsacks like a smart car. That's not really what I'm aiming for there. Now, I do want to talk about heavy ammo a little bit on this map, because it's in an advantageous position for people that are spawning on the side that I just spawned on right now. See how easy that was for me to grab it? What did I do there? Well, I threw an Axiom Bolt, and they shit their little pants. And I don't think they're wearing pull-ups, because I could smell that thing from a mile away, okay? These kids... Oh, Echo of Expulsion got me 2-piece right there, by the way. Very nice. Those kids just didn't know what to do, because what are they going to do? They could peek while I'm grabbing the heavy, and I could just blast them. It's so ridiculous how much of an advantage you have if you spawn on that side for heavy. If you do spawn on the other side, I'm going to have a clip coming in here very soon. I think it's one of these last clips where I smack a guy as he's going for heavy, even though he has a Titan shield on top of it. And what you want to do if you spawn on this side that we're looking at them right now, right? And heavy is spawning, you just need to be very aggressive. Get on them with a shotgun, you know, blink on top of them. Throw in an Axiom Bolt, and then blink on top of them with your shotgun, and make sure you have your melee ability ready, and you can just smack them all up at least enough to get 1 or 2 picks so that your teammates can go ahead and finish off the round quite solidly. Before we do get to the end of the video, I do want to say thank you guys so much for helping me reach the goal of 7,000 subscribers. I was talking about doing like a face reveal for 7K. There's a certain way that I'm thinking about doing that, so just know it's not going to be like in the next 2 days or anything. I'm not rushing to do it because I want to do it in a certain way that I have in mind. I was playing loop, Ring Around the Rosie with this moron with the fusion rifle because I didn't want to give him a nice line of sight on me, and I just distracted for my teammates to take him out. But yeah, I'm figuring out how I want to do that exactly. I am trying to transition towards other types of content, mainly like commentary type content. I have some videos planned, and I'm gonna try to make one in the next like couple weeks here. And then before I release my first commentary style video, I'm thinking of doing my actual face reveal before that. So if you're interested in that, then you let me know, and we'll go from there. But mostly I just want to say thank you guys for helping me hit 7K. Huge milestone. Very, very proud of our community for doing that, and just very happy to see us grow every single day. Now, we are in the last 2 plays here, so I do want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, if you want to leave me a like or subscribe so we can go ahead and hit that 8K mark very soon here, then I'd very much appreciate that. But yeah, it's a pretty fun weekend. I'll probably play with some friends tonight. I don't know if I'm going to make a Hunter build video for this weekend. I'm thinking about it, and I might if I have the wherewithal and the time to do it. But we'll see. At the very least, I got this out for you guys, and hopefully this is entertaining enough for you all. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you're having a good weekend as well, and I hope you have a good rest of your week. But that is going to do it for me today. So I'm going to let the last play out, and as I do that, I'm just going to say, as always, have a great day, Guardians.